Hello, thank you for choosing to watch this video today. I have been working in this little Butterbox journal for a couple weeks now, but um, this first part of this section of the video is actually lost footage, or what I thought was lost footage from the video number 4. This is going to show you how I put together the little booklet that I put on the front of the journal. So if this is something you don't want to back up to watch, just go ahead and skip to 5 minutes and 43 seconds, and then that will start up again where I left off in video number 4. So what I'm doing here, the map page that I used to do the front part of this little booklet, I didn't have any of the original map page left that I made the cover with. So I found one that was very similar to it. The only difference that I could really tell was that the orange that was marking the edges of the countries was a little lighter on this piece. So I decided to get out my alcohol markers and find a darker orange color and try to make it match a little bit better. I think it wasn't perfect, but it did match quite a bit better once I did that. And then I used the distress ink here to make the blue not quite as bright. But all in all, I think that I matched it fairly well. So now I'm going to just glue that down onto the front of this little booklet. I don't know how I did it, but this part of the video, it downloaded to a different folder. I thought it was just, it hadn't recorded at all. But whenever I got to looking for other videos, I found this one, and I thought, well, for Pete's sake, that's the one I should have started video 4 with, but that's okay. I just didn't want to not show you the process that I used for this little booklet in case somebody was interested. It's pretty simple. That paper that I'm using there was actually a pretty cool find at a Goodwill store, because it is a like a children's writing tablet. It doesn't have lines or anything in it. I guess it's a drawing tablet, but it's definitely old. You can tell because the edges are very brown, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful color. I'm going to probably make copies of that so that I have them on hand when I use up the originals. I can still make copies, I guess. I'm just doing a 2-hole, I don't even know what you call it. I don't know if it's a pamphlet stitch or whatever, but I'm just putting 2 holes in this, and then I'm just going to tie the twine around those. It takes me forever to thread a needle. I have some issues with my vision, so I did shut the camera off during the worst part of my struggles. I finally did get out one of those little needle threaders, the little wire that you can put through the hole in the needle, and then you can thread it easier that way. Vanity, I suppose, but I didn't want you to sit there and watch me struggle with all that. I'm just using a waxed linen cord here. I guess you could use almost anything, and the waxed linen cord almost seemed a little bit thick because the little booklet itself, whenever you just lay it down, it just flops right open to the middle of the signature. So I'm going to have to figure out some way to keep that from doing that. I'm still learning how to do all of this, and I've turned off the auto focus on my camera so that, well, I haven't turned it off completely. I've turned it way down, closer to the manual focus. But it still kind of jumps up and down a little bit whenever I'm doing things. I don't know how to get it to stop that, because if I put it completely on manual focus, then it gets too blurry in spots. So here, this is the point where I had decorated the front cover pretty well. I did decide to go back and put a little bit more cheesecloth there under his feet, because I felt like his foot was still just kind of hanging there. So I used some of that cheesecloth to kind of not completely cover his foot, but to just kind of make it blend more with the background. And I think, I'm not sure, I'm thinking that I ended up using another one of those pretty shells and putting that on there too. These are those Tim Holtz phrases. And I found one that said, travel the world to find, to find beauty. And I didn't need anything quite that big. So here I'm cutting it off where it says travel the world. I don't know about you, but I feel like sometimes those little phrases just don't stick very well. I always use my art glitter glue to make them stay a little bit more secure. That white strip that you see, I did print off a quote that I had found online, but it was just too big for this. So I'm going to wind up sticking that on there. Like I said in the last video, this really has been fun to do, this little thing. I can't wait until it's finished to see how it turns out, because I have no idea from one section of time that I'm able to work in it to the next. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. While I'm doing that, I will tell you that I would very much appreciate any thumbs ups or any comments. If you choose to subscribe, I would very much appreciate that. I'm just new to doing these videos, and I'm going to get better at it. I'm sure of that. I feel a little more comfortable doing the talking part of it. This is the completed front, and I think it turned out really cute. I like it. It's different. And those magnets, if you watched the first video, you remember I had put those magnets on the cover because I had this kind of in the back of my mind to do this, and it just turned out so cute. And that's the little booklet with the pages. Have a great day.